Hello guys, I am back with another episode. There is a message that I want to share with you guys, and this message comes from a translation of a message that I received. The message reads like this. Hello my brother, how are you? Can you please hide my identity and post for me as anonymous? I am a woman and I am living with guilt for what I did to my maid. This thing happened in the past, but whenever I think about this thing that I did, my heart is filled with guilt. I don't know what I can do to remove this guilty conscience that is always there on my mind. No matter what I do, even if I try to pray, this guilty conscience, it keeps on reminding me of the things that I did. I had this other lady. She was working for me as a maid. Brother Nashi, this woman was a good person. What I used to do is that I used to travel to South Africa so that I can sell some stuff. Sometimes I will be far away from home for about 3 months. I used to go to the neighboring countries selling my products. Most of the times I would take about 3 months, then I will travel back home. And whenever I'll be on the road selling my products, she would take care of my kids and she would take care of my husband. She was a dedicated worker and she did her job very well and she never complained. I was later told by my mom that my mom had seen that my maid was having an affair with my husband. When my mom told me that she had found out that my husband was cheating on me with our maid, I was really angry. And all these things that my mom told me, they were all lies. There was no proof. But I later found out that my mom was lying to me, that this whole thing that she claimed that my husband was cheating on me, it was just a lie. And after I had found out that she was lying to me, it was already too late. My mother just didn't like my maid. That is why she had to lie to me that she was dating my husband. When my mother told me that my own husband was cheating on me with our maid, I didn't know what to do anymore. So I ended up going for a consultation. All of these things that I did, Brother Nashi, I did them because I was in pain. When I had met my husband, he didn't have anything. And when I met him, I had made a promise to myself that I was going to work so hard so that me and him, we can succeed in this life. And I was doing that. Whenever I would travel to the neighboring countries so that I can sell my products, I never even thought of cheating on my husband. I was always a faithful woman. When I will return back home, that is when I will enjoy love with my husband. But when my mom told me that whenever I'll be out of the country, my husband will be busy sleeping with my own maid, I was really angry. Jealousy had overtaken me. I went to this other witch doctor. Then I did a consultation with that traditional healer. The only thing that I wanted was to sort out this maid. The first thing that I did when that witch doctor asked me what exactly I wanted from him, I told him that the only thing that I wanted was to make sure that this woman who was trying to steal my husband, my maid, I wanted that witch doctor to close up her womb, and I wanted her to never have a child at all in her life, Brother Nashi. This is what I did, and these are the words that I said to that witch doctor. I said, in this lifetime, she should never have the joy of having a child in her house. Let not a cry of a baby be ever heard in her house until she dies. After that, when I returned back home to my country, that is when I called my maid and I told her that she was fired. She asked me why I had chosen to fire her without a notice, but I didn't tell her what I had heard about the affair that she was having with my husband. I just told her that she had to leave my house immediately. I didn't want to tell her that my mother had told me that she knew that she was having an affair with my husband. Brother Nashi, this girl, she is now married. As for now, she migrated to Botswana. That is where she is staying. She is working there with her husband. But still, even though she is married, she has no child, Brother Nashi. The most painful thing is that Me and my former maid, we talk almost on a daily basis, but we talk on Facebook. Whenever she speaks with me on Facebook, she always calls me mom. Whenever I open her messages, she would have written things like, Mom, I have gone everywhere. I have visited traditional healers. I have gone to church. I have drank so many types of herbal remedies, but all of those things that I am trying, I just can't have a baby. Me and my husband, we have tried to go to the hospital. We have visited different doctors, but still, I don't know why I can't have a baby. Everywhere I go, they just tell me that I am okay, I can have a child. Even my husband, when we went to the doctors, they told him that he is okay and I am okay. We are going to have a child. We just need to be patient. But mom, we have tried, but nothing is coming our way. She even told me that her marriage is about to fall apart because now her husband is losing his patience. She told me that when she met the husband was patient. The husband kept on telling her not to be stressed because God was going to give them a child. My maid told me that when she met her husband was quite a patient man, but now she is telling me that her husband keeps on complaining. He is losing his patience. She told me that her marriage is about to fall apart, Brother Nashi. When she told me that her marriage was about to fall apart, this thing left a pain in my heart. I then spoke with my mother. When I returned back home, I sat down with her and I told her that, Mom, can you please go with me to that place where we went when I was doing all of these rituals, because I think that it is high time for me to free this woman. I have forgiven her. I want her to have a child. And now knowing that you lied to me that she was in love with my husband, can you please take me back to that witch doctor so that he can reverse all of these rituals that he performed on my former maid, at least so that she can have a child of her own. As I was speaking with my mother then told me that I should leave this issue. And why am I concerned about this woman? Isn't she married and she is not related to me anyway? She should just be strong and she should go around looking for help. It is not my responsibility for me to release her. This thing, it really pains me a lot. And I am scared that if I tell this woman that I am the reason why she can't have a baby, maybe she is going to tell her relatives and this will cause a lot of troubles for me. Maybe they will end up going to other traditional healers and performing other rituals on me. I am afraid that if I tell my husband, this will destroy my marriage, Brother Nashi. What happened is that when me and my mother went to that place where we did all of those rituals so that my former maid can never have a child in her life, at that time I never thought about it. But when we were doing the rituals, that traditional healer told me that I was supposed to bring my former maid's underwear, and we used her underwear in all of the rituals that we did. After we had done all of those rituals, that is when the traditional healer told me that I was the only one who could release this woman whenever I would feel like I wanted to release her. That traditional healer then told me that there was only one way for this ritual to be reversed. That underwear that we had used in the first ritual, it had to be present whenever I would feel like I needed to reverse this curse that I placed on that woman. But what happened, Brother Nash, is that I ended up burning her underwear because I thought that I was never going to use it again. This was before my mom had confessed to me that she had lied because she wanted me to fire my maid. She knew that my husband had never cheated on me with my maid, but she just didn't like my maid, so she wanted to find a way for me to fire my maid. That is why she ended up lying. At that time, Brother Nashi, I had already burnt her underwear. meaning that there is nothing else that I can do, because in order for me to reverse this curse, that underwear has to be present. Brother Nashi, whenever this young lady speaks with me, it truly breaks my heart, knowing that I can never tell her the truth. I can't confess to her that I am the one who is responsible for all the things that are happening to her. And if I do not reverse this curse, this young lady, she is going to die, and she will never have a child in this world. Please post for me my confession. Dear listeners, right there was a message that I received. Then I had to ask one of our admins to give us a translation. Please let us talk about this issue in the comment section. I'll be back with another episode.